Welcome back to Press here. We are delighted to have the talent of Erin Griffith from the New York Times joining us, along with Michael Leitke of Associated Press. We're equally happy about that, of course, as well.
Thanks for having me.
Erin, you worked in New York. You are relatively new to living in San Francisco.
Moved here last
You've been
year.
covering tech for a long time, but
from New York. Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of red eyes.
Exactly. Yes. So you've been to San Francisco a zillion times. That said, I would like to get your impression of the city from someone who is new living here. Michael and I have lived here 20 years or so.
Sure. Well, I mean, one of the things that's different about covering tech from within what I now realize is an actual tech bubble is that, there are a lot of absurdities. There are a lot of things that sort of get made fun of on the TV show Silicon Valley. And when I was in New York, I feel like I would interview people and we would talk about these things. And there's always this kind of like, haha, yeah, that's funny, right? But when I'm here, there isn't that. There's a lot. I realize that it really is a very contained bubble where people are kind of all talking to each other. And so I found that has been a little bit disarming. But generally, it feels like I'm coming at maybe the end of a moment. For a long time, we've had these debates about whether or not we're in a tech bubble. It's been kind of all the time. And since I've got here, I've realized that conversation hasn't happened hardly at all. It's not on the top of people's mind, and that kind of makes me a little nervous because the minute we stop talking about are we in a tech bubble probably means we are. And so that's been something that I've been thinking about a lot, especially as all of these IPOs are coming up.
That's an interesting perspective because I came here in '98 because of the dot-com boom, and then of course, boom.
Yes,
now, the interesting thing for journalists is if we can keep our jobs, is you can cover the collapse of a bubble.
Yeah, you can cover the collapse.
Your day doesn't get any less busy when all the companies go away.
And honestly, there should be a meter for tech reporter jobs, and that should be like a way for us to track whether or not we're in a bubble, because it feels like right now, the Washington Post has staffed up, and there's every single publication I've seen is trying to add staff to cover tech right now. It's this huge kind of boom, and so that should almost be a sign that there's wide mainstream interest at the very least in what the tech industry is doing right now.
And it's permeating our whole business too, because in the AP, one of our big initiatives is like no matter what you cover, there's a tech component in it. Like, I mean,
politics,
you could be writing about education
culture,
or something. Everyone,
tech addiction, education. Like, I mean, every single aspect of our lives now has some kind of technology, and even like for kids, with YouTube Kids, that whole controversy, there needs to be sort of tech savviness on every single desk in the newsroom. So that I don't see slowing down anytime soon, because it's just so ubiquitous in our lives.
Erin Griffith is with the New York Times. I hope you will come back and join our panel.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Delighted to have you. Thank you, Erin. We'll be back in just a minute.